Well, good evening, guys, and thanks for tuning in again. And we're entering a segment we like to call Dad Jokes. And yes, we 100% ripped this off of Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg.
Mm-hmm.
So here's how this is going to work. We're going to go back and forth reading dad jokes to each other. And on the video, you're going to see a laugh counter. And the person who laughs the least wins this game. And they win absolutely nothing.
Yep.
But it's just a fun competition. I think I have a strict advantage because I actually am a dad. But also because Brad laughs at absolutely everything. See? Okay.
That's not a good start. 1-0.
All right. So we're officially starting now. So put on your game face. You may begin, Brad.
Cool. What concert costs only 45 cents?
I don't know.
50 Cent featuring Nickelback.
Nobody likes Nickelback. There's nothing funny about that. You're laughing.
I'm going to laugh at all of mine.
Dang it. Okay. Why can't you hear a pterodactyl go to the bathroom?
Why?
Because the P is silent. Come on.
We're good. Why can't a nose be 12 inches long?
Why?
Because then it would be a foot.
Body parts. What do sprinters eat before a race?
What do sprinters eat before?
Nothing. They fast.
Yes. Okay, I'm a sprinter, so. Dang it. Why did the old man fall in the well?
I have no idea.
Because he couldn't see that well. That's my favorite one.
You shouldn't make fun of old people like that. But, did you hear about the restaurant on the moon?
No.
It has great food, but no atmosphere.
Not doing it.
Not that good. Okay, all right.
This graveyard looks overcrowded.
Does it?
People must be dying to get in.
Come on.
That's an original one. Come on.
Do we count that as a laugh? Were you laughing? You're showing teeth, but I don't know if that was a laugh.
Nothing came out.
Like milk.
Ooh, do smiles count?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Why do melons have weddings?
Why?
Because they cantaloupe.
Oh, gosh. Did you hear about the Italian chef who died? He passed away.
I think you're supposed to say
Passed
pasta.
away. Dang it. Well, I just lost at my own
See,
game.
the delivery is the problem on that guy. Did you hear about the cheese factory that exploded in France? Yeah, debris was everywhere.
Is that type of cheese?
Brie is type of See, these jokes only work on a sophisticated sense of humor. That's why they're called dad jokes.
This one hits home for me. I accidentally dropped my pillow on the ground.
Sorry?
I think it has a concussion.
Concussion. Okay. What's the difference between a poorly dressed man on a tricycle and a well-dressed man on a bicycle?
I don't know.
A tire. You're trying so hard not to laugh. All right.
Did you know the first French fries weren't actually cooked in France?
Where were they cooked?
They were cooked in Greece.
No. You thought that one was really funny. Didn't
I
you?
like that one a lot.
Why do you never see elephants hiding in trees?
Because the tree would break.
No, because they're really good at it.
That was good. That's just dull. What do you call a fake noodle?
I don't know.
An impasta.
Okay. So you got pasta right that
I did.
time. You got pasta
I
right
redeemed
that
myself.
time. All right. What's ET short for?
Extraterrestrial.
No, it's because he has really tiny legs.
That was a good one. That was good. Whew. Did you hear about the circus fire?
No.
It was intense.
Oh boy, I like that one. Side
was
note,
good.
I always wanted to name a camping store Intense.
Is that your next one?
No. That's why I said side note.
Okay.
Did I tell you I invented a new word yesterday?
No.
Yeah, it's plagiarism.
I invented a new word yesterday.
The word plagiarism?
Took it from... Didn't get me on that one.
That's not very good. I'm sorry. See, now you're laughing.
Dang it. If a child refuses to sleep during nap time, are they resisting arrest?
Yes. But I'm not laughing at that. Because that's too close to home. Maddox, go to sleep. Hey, Brad, what rhymes with boo and stinks? You.
I don't think I smell that
I'm
bad.
sorry, that went too far. I think I might be losing this game right now.
Mm-hmm. What do you call an elephant that doesn't matter?
I don't know.
Irrelevant.
When does a joke become a dad joke?
When it has kids?
When it becomes apparent.
That was good. That was real good.
Or when it's grown. No? Okay.
That
all
one
right.
didn't hit
First
home.
one was better.
That was-
Gotcha.
Yep.
All right.
I made a pencil with 2 erasers. It was pointless.
Some of these are really dumb. Like a pencil. Okay. Now we're just making random stuff up. All right. What do you call a hippie's wife?
Call a hippie's wife?
Mississippi.
Okay.
Mrs. Hippie. Wow. See if you got more.
Tough crowd.
You probably just heard a vacuum going on outside, but we're just going to keep going.
Yeah.
So.
What do you call cheese that isn't yours?
I think I know this one, but go ahead.
Nacho cheese.
That's nacho cheese, Brad. That's nacho cheese.
Not gonna laugh.
Did you hear about the kidnapping at the school?
Yeah, he slept well.
That's fine. He woke up.
I thought I had that one, but I didn't. You got another one?
I got 20 of them. How many did you have?
Didn't we have similar ones?
Yeah, I lost 5.
I lost them. Oh, wait, I have one more.
I have 2 more. You should have 2 more.
I think I do. Yep, I do.
Counting's not Brad's strong suit either.
It's been a couple years since high school. Why do chicken coops only have 2 doors?
I don't know.
Because if they had 4, it would be a chicken sedan.
What do you call a man who can't stand?
Can't stand.
Neil. Okay.
Keeping it in.
It's the last one. It should be your last
Mm-hmm.
one.
See the lights just flicker?
Yeah.
Cue vacuum. Why did the Invisible Man turn down the job offer?
I don't know, Brad. Why?
He couldn't see himself doing it.
Oh. Boo. All right, last one. I
All
saved
right.
my best for last.
All right.
Why are there only 239 beans in an Irish bean soup?
Can you start over?
Why are there only 239 beans in an Irish bean soup?
Why?
Because if they had one more, it'd be too farty.
That was good.
Okay. I have no idea who won. I'm going to guess Brad because I was laughing at all my own jokes. But you know the score and you know who won. See you later. Good evening, everybody, and welcome back for episode 2 of our Advent series. And we're so glad that you could join us tonight online, and thanks for joining us in the only way we really can right now. Tonight, we're going to be in John chapter 1, so I encourage you, grab your Bibles. You can even pause the video and turn there with me to John chapter 1. We'll be there in just a minute. Many of you who know me know that I love to camp, especially when it involves setting up a tent in the back country in the middle of nowhere and having to carry all your gear and all your stuff there. I love absolutely everything about camping. And one of my favorite places in the entire world to camp is Algonquin Provincial Park in Ontario, Canada. And I remember the very first time that I got to go to Algonquin, I was a sophomore in high school. And I remember one morning I woke up and rolled slowly out of my tent as I wiped the sleep out of my eyes, and as soon as I could focus on the world around me, I was in awe. If any of you have ever been there before, sunrise in Algonquin is one of the most amazing things ever. And as I rolled out of that tent, I saw the lake around us was just as smooth as glass, so much so that you couldn't tell where the sky ended and the water began. And on top of that, there was this fog rolling around on the surface of the water, and these deep purples and these deep blues colored the landscape of rocks and of pine trees and of this just gorgeous sunrise. And I remember thinking as a sophomore in high school that was the most beautiful thing that I had ever laid my eyes on. And I'll be honest with you, I may have wept just a little bit. What's interesting now is I've been back to Algonquin 13 times. And I've had the privilege of waking up to those sunrises many times, but something has happened. My response has changed. I still think it's amazing, but the familiarity of the whole thing and the familiarity of the scene and seeing it over and over again has honestly, it's reduced my awe a little bit of my surroundings. And I think for many Christians, that's what has happened to us concerning Christmas. As children, we had such tangible awe and wonder at Christmas that you can almost touch it. But as we grow old and we get kind of used to the idea and the practice, and we start to see what the world brings into Christmas, we start to lose that sense of awe. Let me show you what I mean by this in our passage today in John chapter 1. It's a very familiar passage, you should know, but I want you to follow along with me. So this is John chapter 1, starting in verse 1. It says, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God." And so, as you probably know, that the Word here is talking about Jesus, and Jesus is God, the eternal Son that has always existed and always will exist, and through him, God created the entire universe. Okay, so we're on the same page there, right? The Word is God, and the Word is Jesus. Now look at verse 14. It says, "And the Word became flesh and dwelt among us, and we have seen his glory, glory as of the only Son from the Father, full of grace and truth." Do you see it? Do you see what's so amazing about this kind of unconditional or unconventional Christmas passage? God, the Word, became flesh. God became man. That's unbelievable. And that's the Christmas story. And because of its familiarity, I'm sure some of you have read that passage over 100, maybe even over 1,000 times. Because we've seen it so much, we've kind of lost our awe of that amazing truth. It's because we've grown accustomed to it. But let me tell you this, no sci-fi movie, no superhero movie could ever hold a candle to the true incarnation of Jesus Christ. And the incarnation simply just means that God became man. He was born as a child, as a human being. Listen, I'm a huge fan of all the Marvel movies. But I have to admit that sometimes I'm guilty of being in more awe of some man-made story than I am about the fact that God actually became a man and he dwelt among us. And what's even more amazing about all this is the reason that he did it. The reason that God became man. If you skip through your Bible, through the book of John to the very last chapter of John, John chapter 20, verse 30 through 31 says this. It explains the why behind what Jesus did. "Now Jesus did many other signs in the presence of the disciples, which are not written in this book, but these are written so you may believe that Jesus is the Christ, the Son of God, and that by believing you may have life in his name." God became man. God became flesh so that we might believe. He became man so that he could represent mankind. And by representing mankind, he could take his place on the cross and die in our place so that we don't have to. And that he could raise from the dead so that we can have new life. So that we might believe and have new life in his name. Listen to me carefully when I say this, that God became man so that you can have life. There is nothing more incredible in all the world than that fact. And here's my prayer for you this Advent season, this Christmas season. I pray that God might restore to you not only the joy of your salvation, but the awe of your salvation. And that when you open your eyes on Christmas morning, you might experience the wonder of Jesus' birth like the very first time you ever experienced it. This is what John Piper wrote in his devotional. He says, "One of these days, lightning is going to fill the sky from the rising of the sun to its setting. And there is going to appear in the clouds one, Jesus, like a son of man with his mighty angels and flaming fire. And we will see him clearly. And whether from terror or sheer excitement, we will wonder how we ever lived so long with such a domesticated and harmless Christ." These things, even these Christmas things, are written so that I might actually believe that Jesus Christ is the Son of God who came into this world and have life in his name. So my prayer for this Advent season is that you might really believe. Thank you for watching today. Thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see you next time.